Well, I thought since I was going to start turning on this ball blank, it's going to be a twice turn. I go with the attitude of got to get all this garbage, take out the trash, I call it. Things like this bark and everything, I want that off in a hurry. You can't even think about a profile until you get all that junk off. So I've already drawn a circle here. That is the Tenon diameter that I'll be using for my gripper jaws. And first off, I've got to get this, it kind of wobbles. And I don't need all that thunk-a-thunk stuff. That's crazy. So I will go ahead and show you some of the things, like an item I learned from Jimmy Clues and Richard Raffin both, is not worrying about a bevel rubbing. Excuse me. And getting all the unwanted stuff off as quickly as possible. Then you can get to the enjoyable part of doing your profile and all the smooth push cuts and all that good stuff. This is just to get it roughed out, get it ready, so then I can start thinking about what kind of profile I want. So we'll see how fast I can go without shaking my timer off the bench. Oh, not bad. Okay, that's 400. And see, I'm holding the handle very low. My hand's here. You've got to stay pressed against the tool rest. You want the cutting edge here at 45 degrees to the incoming wood. Don't worry about riding a bevel. We're not trying to do any clean profile work. It jerks a lot until you get it flattened out. There's a knot right there, I can feel it. So apart. Yep. This is, when I get this big, I have to be careful. My motor tends to want to bog down. I need a bigger one, a lot bigger. I'll have to see who's got a motor out there I can adapt. Okay, I'm hitting bark. Alright, just wanted to make sure what I was dealing with there. They're going to shut me down. No, amazing. See, there's a little safety officer inside that control box. And if I've got it set for too many revs and he gets upset, he just shuts the lathe off. Then I have to turn everything to zero and start all over. Well, he's evidently off visiting his Aunt Martha because he didn't cut me off this time. Yep. A little belt tightening. I've been stretching that length belt quite a bit. Okay. Now, if you do it this way, you've got a rough surface right here where it's going to go into the chuck. Well, I'm only going to hold with my dovetail part. I could technically do a 1-inch deep tenon, do it straight, and then just put a little V groove near the bottom of the bottom of the bowl. But I don't think I'm going to need that. This wood's turning very nicely, and I'm not seeing any squirrely stuff to worry about. So I'm just going to use the dovetail part. But it's 3.5 inches in diameter. I've already got it dovetailed, so now I can just go on and make a mess with getting the rest of the bowl done here. You still out there, Aunt Martha? Yep, still out there, Aunt Martha. Good. Another reason I do it like this, and it was pointed out to me in a video that I watched, is trying to get your tool over here, I don't care what kind of tailstock you have, to start making that curve and cleaning off that bark. You can't really get a good angle with the tool. So when these suckers are fresh, like just had leaves on them yesterday, you go to do this, you'll get 6-foot long streamers, and you better have your London fog on because you're going to get a shower. What's making it bounce is that bark section. Fettuccine. Ah, the camera's rocking a bit, is it? No, I can hear that. There. It was up against my tail end of the lathe mount. See, the more of the junk you get out of there and it quits that bouncing, you can get some really clean, nice long shavings. Okay, now, doesn't have to be perfect. I know I'm going to want a foot on this bowl. I'm not going to do any calabash or anything. Give me a flat area. The old spindle got out. And that has to be flat. That's where the chuck jaws are going to be, right against it. Now the dovetail is going to be a little long. Okay, now it'll fit, no problem. Pencil time. Don't want to get in the way of the camera. Oh, it looks like my gouge left me a nice mark to start with. Maybe right there. Okay, this will lie here. Don't need it coming through the top of my shoe. another video about how I'm an aggressive turner. I can drag a motor down. I push pretty hard sometimes. Shouldn't, but I do. Usually I do this with it running, but I don't want to upset anybody today. I have to use a wrench on my banjo, the way I set the lathe up when I build it. Normally I have more room because I don't have stupid tailstocks in the way. Again, want to make sure I'm halfway safe. It wouldn't do for me to have an accident on video. Don't need the evidence to be there for posterity. Alright, start rounding that baby off. See, this is where it pays. Once you get the lumpy stuff off, then it's time to take out the trash. Going for especially smooth. Somebody's probably saying, yeah, but he can't see the tool. You're right, I can't see it. What I'm watching is the cut line above the shavings. I can watch it up in here. I can see where my tool's going, how deep the cut is. I don't necessarily have to see it all the time. It's once you get the feel of the tool, it's really not bad. You can just watch your line as it goes across. Maintain your depth. You'll hear it. It's like right here, that knot I felt earlier. It's getting smaller. It's not going to be a major problem, which is nice because I hate to have big bowls like get busted up. I've already got 45 gallons worth of shavings on the floor. Alright, let's see. Got a few minutes left. Then I'll have to take a quick break to change cars. Down to using small cars. it's perfectly round. Okay, what do we got? I don't know how much figure there might be in this, probably none. Other than the fact that I got little green mold speckles all over. I say this is the kind of surface you'll get doing this. Okay, now I'm to the point where I can get rid of the tailstock. I'm round, I'm in balance. I can get rid of that tailstock, and then I can start using my push cuts and my back cuts to get the surface shaped and smooth, ready to sand. But it took maybe 15 minutes. I don't seem like no 15 minutes. More like 10. More like 10 minutes to go that far. And I'm working slower than I normally would. I kept my speed down. You know, it's a very quick way. Yes, the tip of your tool is going to be more than a 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch past the top of the rest. That's how this cut works. Now, you can probably see by the dirt and the sap marks, it's that portion right there that was cutting 80% of the time. A few times I rolled it all the way over on the flat part of the wing. Now if this was perfectly green, real fresh, I can just roll it over on its side like this and get 3/4 inch wide shavings that they're dangling from the lights. But I'm also turning at about 750 when I do that. The higher speed definitely makes for an easier cut. I don't know, I can see here. The handle's carried very low. Probably 45-degree angle on the tool. You want it cutting. Now there's near the tip. If I go back here, I'm a little further up, and I can actually, it's like a shearing cut, I can actually start smoothing the wood, which I don't want to do at this time. $6.90. Approximately 1/4 inch, 5/16 wide shavings. I'm not trying to take too deep. I'm getting bounced because of the grain around that knot. Plus I'm using a long tool rest, which I usually don't use. And I'm sure there are people out there that have seen Jimmy Clue's videos or seen him in person, which I would love to do. See how he cuts when he wants to just get the garbage out. But it doesn't take, oh, that knot opened up again. You booger. This ambrosia bample's nice except for the little former tenants. You have to plug all their doorways. So that's how I remove it fast. People say, well, what's your hurry? Enjoy the turning. Well, I don't enjoy taking out trash. Okay. If I'm going to take trash out, I do it in a hurry. I want to be able to turn. I don't want to be able to take out the trash. So I get all this off. The bark's gone. All the bumps, bangs, and out of shape stuff's gone. Got my tenon on there with dovetail. I got my foot set. Now I can do what I want to do with the profile without the tailstock in place, using push cuts, which is a much finer, gives you a beautiful cut. But this is just taking out the trash cuts. That's all it is. And it works fast. It's very simple. No precision needed. A lot of times I'm thinking about other things while I'm doing this because it's a very simple thing to do. Once you make a few at slow speed, you'll understand it's an easy cut. So maybe one day I'll do it with my London fog gun and we'll all take a shower.